So how many years have you been fishing and throwing away a great meal? Well, it seems the prevalence of ladyfish has increased over the recent year or so, if not longer. Although I can remember catching big ones very often. But anyway, this summer, 98-degree weather, I went over to Chokoloskee Bay, Everglades City, and fished around the Sandfly Pass area. The water temperature was 93 degrees. It was a huge school of ladyfish. That was it. I fished all day long, covered a lot of distance. The only thing that showed up was a huge school of ladyfish in one place only. Then later on, maybe August to September, I was over at Middle Cape in Flamingo, and again, they were running from north to south with the tide around the point at Middle Cape there, and just huge, massive schools of them feeding frenzy out in the middle of the Gulf. Last weekend, the wind was west-northwest, maybe supposedly 10 miles an hour. When we went back, it was 15 miles an hour. We were fishing in the entrance to Hell's Bay up in the northeast section, and again, ladyfish. Ladyfish at the entrance to the river, ladyfish up into the creeks, ladyfish all along the little creeks, everywhere. The water was pushed up because of the west wind. The water was 2 to 3 feet higher than normal, but evidently the bait were probably pushed up into that area, and the ladyfish followed. Okay, so we are waiting to hear maybe about snook and redfish. Well, I don't know. Maybe the difference in style, maybe the level of patience, but certainly the prevalence of fish were ladyfish in those areas. So here's a video. I started by watching Victor, came back and says, well, how can you catch, cook, and clean ladyfish? And Victor showed me how. I put the link to his video in the comments below, so you can get and watch that. It's only 7 minutes, but he shows you how to clean the ladyfish and not get the bones. I decided, well, let's try it. So I had Carmen, my wife, help me, and I had a bunch of ladyfish from the feeding frenzy out at Middle Cape. So I came back. I says, all right, I'm going to clean them, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook them up for my family. So I made some cornbread fritters with cream corn in them, and probably a better choice would have been hush puppy meal mix. But also I found that one of the most interesting ways is just to take the meat and squish it into a patty, and then put, of course, your garlic salt and seasoned salt on the meat before you fish it into the patty, and throw it in olive oil and just cook it. And it was delicious. Okay, so what follows here is the adventure that Carmen and I had, and the South Dade anglers, in exploring cleaning and cooking ladyfish. Hope you enjoy it. They going? Okay. All right, so here's the fish. These are not super large. Average size. This is a small one. Let me see if I can get a bigger one. Here's a bigger one. Anyway, these are average size. Okay. So the easy part is to fillet it. And you don't have to worry about the rib cage, since we're going to get the meat off the fillet anyway. So we just cut it down and cut the whole fillet. That's it. All right, leave the rib cage in because you can work around that. Put it here at the other side. Just like that. Okay. And there's the fillet. Doesn't matter if it's got that on there, because we're going to take the meat off the skin. Put this in the trash. Now you see all the come over to this side. See all the scales. So after each fish, I have to rinse the scales away. All right. We'll do one more. Get another fairly good size one. They're all about the same size. There were thousands of them in a feeding frenzy. See how easy it comes off because of all the bones are so small. And that's the trick, is to separate the meat. But all these little, I'll hold it, show you. There are rows of bones in here. We'll see it when we start taking it out. But anyway, there's a row here, and they stay with the skin. Okay? All right. So that's that. Put this one away. And that's filleting them. It's a piece of cake. Okay? Now you can push the button again. That should stop. So that's not a bad catch for a morning. Okay, now what we're going to do is remove the meat from the fillets. So Carmen, grab a spoon. All right, one for you, one for me. This is how you remove the meat from the fillets. So we're going to move to the table here where we can do it. I have to do the rib cage. Come up that side. Okay. All right, so here's my faithful assistant Carmen. Give me a smile.
Yay!
Yay. Okay. These here, you can go around them, but just in here and go all the way down to the skin. See this here?
Uh-huh.
All the way down to the skin.
I got it.
All right, and scrape it off. That's all. Okay, here, now you hold my, show me. Okay, and I'll do this side. Okay, so you go from the tail to the head, right? And there's like 2 or 3 grooves in here. See? And the little bones stay attached to the skin. See that? This side here. See, that's a lot of meat. Okay, so the bones are still over here in the skin. I don't know. I don't feel any bones in the fillets at all. No, no bones. Okay, so now I'm going to have to rinse the board. See the scales? So I have to rinse the board and do it again. Okay? Hold it down for a couple of seconds. Then it's off. It's off. So you see all the scales. So after each time, after each fillet, we have to rinse the board so that we don't get the scales in the fillets. Carmen's doing 2 at a time. Look at her go. Look at the nice meat we got. Beautiful. Yep. That's all it takes. Scrape it with a spoon. It comes right off. The bones stay on the fillet. Here, I'm ready to go with mine. Okay, so here's the end result. It's about 4 pounds of fish. These were small too. They were little guys. But, you know what? I could have thrown them all back, right? So again, you got to clean the scales between each set of fillets you do. And if you eat a scale, you know it's not going to kill you. They're so small. But anyway, that's what we got. Okay, so I'm just cooking some of these by themselves. Okay? A little Lowry seasoned salt, little Badia complete, And just as a special, I have some Seafood Magic Cape Paul. That's the secret ingredient, but there's no fish patties. All these are the meat with the salt on it. Put in some garlic butter and olive oil. Okay? And we're cooking them up. And then tomorrow we'll make crab cakes or fish cakes with them. But tonight, I'm just sampling the meat itself. Right, time to flip them over. It firms up when it cooks. See that? Looks like regular fish fillets, huh? Okay, so they look like fish fillets. First test.
Mmm.
Tastes like fish, right?
Mm. Really good.
Yeah. It's fresh too. Right?
It's hot.
It's hot, but they're good, right?
They're really good. They're really
Just
good.
by itself, much less making cakes with them.
Yeah,
Isn't that awesome?
Just by
Just by itself.
by itself.
Yeah, I put it in the pan and spread it out with the spoon, and then once it cooks, it sets up. Put a little lime on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Try it.
Yeah. All right.
Try it with my fork. You want your fork?
Mmm.
Mmm. Delicious. Yes.
That's really good fish.
Really good.
Not fishy at all.
Nope.
It's like
No.
very good flavor.
Mmm.
Mmm.
You like it? Mmm. Delicious.
It's like close to snapper almost. It's so good. Beautiful flavor.
I can't believe it.
Beautiful flavor.
It's delicious.
Awesome. All right. So clean and cook LadyFish. So how's that for 3 pounds of fish? Huh? How many people you think you'd feed with that? All right, 3 to 4 pounds of fish. Awesome. You're welcome. All right, Tom, what do you think?
Good.
Russell?
I'll never throw
Would you eat that?
LadyFish away again.
No.
They're good.
They're really good.
You probably didn't do the
David, go try one.
corny good. Well,
Dave,
I'm gonna try it.
you're too particular. Come on.
Try it.
Corey, what do you think? You'll eat that? Gene, you don't eat fish?
If you start to finish it, I'll just get the rest of this.
you'd rather eat bull.